All right. Welcome back, folks. I'm Frizz, and today we're playing more Wrath of the Righteous, which I am pretty confident is not exactly a surprise, considering that I think you guys can read and see the thumbnail. So, welcome back to, obviously, Wrath of the Righteous. For those of you that didn't watch last stream, we're a bit under halfway through Act 2 of the game. We're just going around the world doing exploring stuff and taking around an army and trying to, take the fight to the demons. Now there is one thing that I remembered that I should probably do. There's probably one thing that I should do because I just forgot that this was something that I could actually do. I just forgot I had this in my inventory. I have a wand of remove disease. Ciala still has ghoul fever, so come on. Come on, Ciala. What the fuck? Okay, well, we can keep on going with this disease until come on. Okay, so for the record here, what's happening here is I'm trying to beat a DC 18 with a +5 bonus. And it didn't work with any of those. So that's fun. Yeah, no, that's a lot of really bad rolls. Anyway, that just means that I'm either gonna have to wait for Cial to actually succeed on her fortitude save or to cast remove disease myself. But anyway, it's nice to have y'all here. I just remembered that was like a thing that I had while I was waiting, like sitting here getting ready for the stream. I was like, oh, that's right, I actually have something that I can do that I don't want to forget about. So, there is, oh, you can actually recruit people. Excellent. So, yeah, she's doing all the basic stuff. Anything? Okay. Now, this group can come up here. We are basically at a bottleneck right now of what we can actually do with the crusade mode, because this is a very significant event that I'm going to be waiting to do until, like, I've done all of the other stuff around here, which is really only this army, and coming here with the main party. And, of course, coming here with the main party, but that's what we're doing next, so that shouldn't be, too complicated. But let's merge here. And then where? Oh, I didn't even realize that they were also overlapped there. Jeez. Yeah. Getting the logistics out of the way. Now we can go back to the actual party and go and save some Hell Knights. Because we heard from a totally reputable and legitimate source. Actually, wait, these guys just got back their movement. Let's go and kick some flies' asses. We heard last stream from a very reputable source, this guy called Yaker, that there was a group of Hell Knights that were being attacked by gargoyles. And effectively, please, oh god, help. So that's where we're going next, is to help out some Hell Knights. They got attacked like a week ago, but like they're fine. It's probably more like 3 days, but assuredly there will be no negative consequences for delaying here. I'm not actually joking, there shouldn't be any negative consequences for delaying this. Oh, actually, moving there might have actually been a bad play. We will see. Let's see. The shield wardens are these guys. They are, or shield bearers, not shield wardens. They are ungodly tanky. They're great. Terrible damage, but tanky as fuck. And yeah, that's the reason why I said that probably moving away was a bad idea, is now they can actually attack the archers, which is bad because they are my best damage dealers. So that is rough. Let's buff up the infantry unit so they can free up the archers again, because archers cannot use Jesus. Archers can't use their bows in melee. Rangers can, but archers can't. So it's pretty important to be able to do that. So that's what we're up to now. Honestly, this fight's basically as good as done. But why not go overboard? So overkill is, or there's no kind of kill like overkill, of course. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna put it on auto. This is done. Like, there's no need for me to waste both of our times with this. There's no chance that we're gonna take enough damage to actually need to be careful with this. Although, somehow, that is the most amount of damage that I've taken from an encounter in Crusade mode so far. Yeah, but here we find the unfortunate, like, some Mendelevan Knights. We get some cool stuff. The main thing regarding this is that it allows, basically, in the Crusade mode, holy shit, that actually gives XP. I didn't realize that gave XP. Now we can level up. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that doing stuff in Crusade mode actually gives your party XP. I thought it only gave XP to your generals. But what I was going to be saying is that in Crusade mode you can find items that then you can use later on in the game to turn into powerful. Some of them are really good, some of them are really bad. Items that you can use with your main party. But I didn't realize that we're going to be leveling up here, so let's hit level 7. Which is a very big level. Oh, God. Playing a character with diminished spellcasting is rough. Now, I just realized, like, oh, sweet, level 4 spells on chance. And then I realized, wait, no. I might have level 4 spells with chance, but it depends a lot on what my wisdom is. Now, do I just get spell penetration or greater spell penetration? That is probably the better, because I need it. Like, oh, but I could get outflank. I'm gonna get outflank. I think I'm gonna be getting outflank on every single one of my melee combatants, because outflank is that good. Also, level 2 spells actually on Ciala, which is rad. Hey there, Daniel. Nice to have you here. Yeah. I'm actually shocked that I'm leveling up. I'm just surprised. I was wondering, oh no, what am I gonna get? And then I remembered that I was literally just saying I'm getting outflank on every one of my melee characters. Here, so only learning 2, but mirror image is amazing. Animal aspect might actually not be bad. I mean, +2 enhancement bonus to speed isn't, or +20 enhancement bonus to speed isn't great. But the problem with, like, getting the ability score boosting spells in Wrath of the Righteous, these spells are pretty good, and or they're all right. And actually, they're kind of meh in the tabletop version of the game. but they are better in Wrath of the Righteous because you can eventually get greater enduring spells, so they actually last all day. So like, yes, you're going to have like a strength belt, which bull strength won't stack with, but then you can cast like Bear's Endurance on yourself and get an all-day boost to con. So these are actually pretty good, but I much rather use the higher level spells that are just mass. So for someone like Ciala, I don't really want to learn these, because I'm probably just going to be casting mass bull strength later. So I don't want to learn bull strength when she's only going to know like 5 second level spells. So I guess instead, honestly, Slipstream isn't bad. It isn't bad. I'll grab it. There aren't a whole lot of spells that I really want from that list, but oh, congratulations on your first 2E session. I'm really happy for you that it went well. Land shouldn't be hard. To level up. Also, I think this is going to be the part where it actually starts auto-selecting Instinctual Warrior. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be Clustered Shots. Clustered Shots is just so huge. Being able to not completely ignore, but mostly ignore DR is a ridiculous effect. Yeah, no, 2E, once you, like, get used to it, is a fucking game changer. It's so good. I've heard someone describe it as a system that you play it and you feel like the game designers actually care about GMs, and they actually try and give GMs good things. Which is funny and also kind of sad. That 2E does that, but others don't. And I'm taking Reckless stance here, because that increases the penalty to AC from Rage, but gives you a bonus to attack rolls. My reason for taking that instead of Lethal Stance is it is the only stance that is actually like helpful for a ranged barbarian. Because barbarians aren't normally ranged, so there aren't a lot of stance powers that actually help out ranged characters. Additionally, there is Inspire Ferocity, which is real fun because then I can give this boost to everybody in the party. Which is fun. Then, yeah, I mean, most of these are pretty easy. Because Woljeff already has Outflank, right? I think, yeah, I took that last level. So, that makes things easier, because I don't have to take it on him. So, could I get improved to open fighting this level? Oh, I could get Double Slice. I'm gonna get Double Slice because he does actually have Dex to damage. And Double Slice allows you to have full Dex to damage on your second hand attacks. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Now here, these are 4th level spells. Not 4th level spells, 3rd level spells. I saw Restoration and thought that he was getting his 3rd level spells. Okay. But, so I already have most of the ones that I really want. Haste wouldn't be bad. I mean, he can learn. This is a much less consequential spell picking, because he can just add things to his spellbook. Lots of fighting and lots of walking. We're at the point of the game now where we are actually doing a lot of overland travel, so it is a lot of both. Okay. Now I could take that for. Do I already have? Okay, so I'm going to quickly check what the Bloodline feat selections are. Because this is this looks like the arcane spell casting, because now Imber has 2 bloodlines, so I'm just having to double check what are these that she can grab. Okay, she's getting improved initiative. This is an easy choice. Out of all of those options, I think improved initiative is the best, and then she needs greater spell penetration as an offensive spellcaster. Oh, lots of menuing, of course, naturally. What else would I be doing with my time? But in reality, just level ups take a long time. So especially when I don't have them all like fully planned out before they happen. So then I actually have to make choices. I think Expeditious Retreat, it's a very good spell once you're actually able to make it last all day. Then Mirror Image is simply too good to not get, because holy shit, Mirror Image is amazing, especially when you can cast it onto your animal companion. Here, Resist Energy Communal. I just really like having access to defensive spells that I can put all day on the entire party. This should be the easiest level up in the game, I think. Or in the party. Actually, it's about as easy as my main characters. Now that I'm realizing it. Okay, so I could... Let's see, actually. Because I want... I am wanting outflank. But... can I? I can get Trip, which would be a prerequisite for Fury's Fall. So using Dex instead of CMB. And it would also give a +2 bonus. I am going to get outflank for now. Because from here on out, going the Trip build for Spot, but outflank is just so incredibly good. Regarding having a hard time keeping track of everything, maybe is my response. That might be an issue, but it depends a lot on your specific party. Oh wait, no, I don't want Scroll Savant. That's not right. I want Lore Master. Wait, is this... oh shit, that's right, I can't take Lore Master yet. It's gonna be after this level that Nenio's gonna be a Lore Master. In regards to people having a hard time keeping track of their abilities, maybe? I think that would be more of an issue in in-person games when you don't have, like, a sheet that you can super easily page through to see, like, where you just can't, okay, well, my character sheet has multiple tabs on it and I can just easily flip through and see all the feats that I've taken, where you have to keep track of everything on a piece of paper. I imagine that would be more of a difficulty, but in my experience, the group that at least I have played high level with, it wasn't a problem. Admittedly, that might be a bit of that group just being really, really into like mechanics, and that was a pretty hardcore group. So it might be something where my group or my experience is not representative of everyone. That could absolutely be true. But in general, I would say no. Okay. I haven't seen that spell before. That's interesting. Offensive mirror image. But in case you were not aware, Ninio's entire like build is the general build for Ninio is boosting the hell out of her save DCs for Phantasmal Killer, and then she just has like a DC 40 Phantasmal Killer, which is incredibly powerful. And I'm actually just gonna rest because we just leveled up. Actually, spell prep first. Spell prep. Just we're about to go in and have some stuff go on, and I want to actually be able to use my higher level spells. Damn it. And good to have you here, Flame Loud. For some reason, I always read your name as Flame Lord every single time without fail. I don't know why, but I do. Wait a sec. Oh, that's neutralized poison. I just saw poison in that icon and thought it was delay poison. I was confused why that was a level 4 spell. So here, I mean, Death Ward is so powerful. Spell prep. Actually, I have to do some here. Okay. Just double checking exactly who. That'll play. Here we can grab, I don't know. Magic Missile. I've done a little bit of weird stuff with Ninio's spell prep, as in fireballs, because of something coming up soon that I'm expecting to be a little bit interesting. Yeah. Phantasmal Killer is Ninio's whole deal, so yeah, so now we're gonna rest. And no, not a Scroll of Displacement. Although that wouldn't be terrible. We're doing Fireball. Because there may or may not...
From Brother Woljeff.
Oh, wisdom?
Flogging a fake treasure map. Take care that all the islands are where they ought to be. Or if you add some of your own devising, at least give them normal sounding names. Lands of Woljeff the Great isn't a good name, it turns out.
But there are some swarms coming up, so I'm trying to get as much like AoE damage as I can. I predominantly read things by shape, not by actual letter composition. So I totally, like, Flame Loud turning into Flame Lord is a frequent occurrence for me. But in case people were not here for the last stream or haven't watched it or what have you, we heard from a guy called Jaeger that there were some Hell Knights that were getting attacked by gargoyles, so we're coming here to save them. Because Hell Knights may be assholes, but they do good work. One second. Alright. So, unfortunately, the menuing isn't quite yet done because I do actually just want to double check that, like, yet more menuing. I just want to, like, level up, so then, okay, so now, instead of putting protection from acid, let's, like, communal resist, then, I don't know, communal resist cold, and then, I don't know, resist electricity, because I've got 3 of those. Oh, what? No, not electricity. What am I talking about? Fire. Fire is everywhere. And I believe that this should last all day. I hope. Well, specifically, this order is the Order of the Godclaw. So they aren't exactly devil. They're still kind of devil worshippers, but they are more Do I not have any communal resist energies prepped? That's odd. I should change that at some point. So yeah, that'll be that. And who's someone that needs movement speed? One of the melee characters that isn't the incredibly fast Cap. There's also that there's a companion in this area that is he's a fantastically written character. Oh, come here, Yeager says. From the mountain you see a raided camp and two groups of warriors, one wearing white and yellow armor, the other in black. They're led by a tall man in white priest's robes. Sometimes the warriors glance above fretfully, their weapons shaking in their hands. You hear the screams of gargoyles from above. The beasts are approaching the camp.
Quickly, evacuate the wounded. The beasts are about to strike again. Use cloaks as stretchers. We've got to make it through. Paralictor, your people will have to cover us while...
2 more minutes left out in the open, and neither you nor I will have any troops left to order about, Crusader.
But the wounded...
Problem solved. Retreat to shelter.
Yep. So, Hell Knights, eh? Ooh. Game's struggling a little bit. So the Predilector will lead the unit to shelter. We need to get through to them. As Yeager runs off to, totally, you know, have us be in a good spot here. Let's turn back on, actual, spells for it. The problem is the companion is a Hell Knight. So you can't exactly, that Predilector is the companion. He's fantastically written.
The Inheritor.
One of my favorites, honestly. Utter asshole, great character. Okay, Ninio. Get the hell away from the gargoyle. And...
Obstacle.
Alright. Yeah. Go after the one that's almost still up. So then hopefully Ember can finish this one off, and then need to chase after this bucko.
No glory without risk.
And
Into the
I,
fray.
generally speaking, outside of certain circumstances that have yet to happen, I generally try to have every, I try to have every companion available, simply because I prefer the game whenever there's a variety of options. Yeah, let's just do that. No point running around whenever, land is just gonna finish it immediately. Like, having a variety of characters available makes the game more interesting than just sticking with the same ones the entire time. Admittedly, I have been sticking with a lot of the same ones, still. But that's because I like them mechanically, and just having the ability to add a bit more nuance is really good. Also, I really need to, give Spot, like, something for, to make his weapons magical, because every gargoyle is resistant to, non-magical,
Why not both?
physical damage, and that really hurts a character like Spot that does multiple low damage, non-magical attacks. Yeah, like, there are instances where I will... Like, there are currently evil members of the party that I have not, like, kicked out. And that is because they're not so overtly evil that it's like, there's no way in hell that I can even remotely justify... well, the problem with Spot... Actually, wait, no, do I have... I do actually have an Amulet of Mighty Fist. I hadn't, or not Amulet of Agile Fist. The reason why I hadn't equipped that before is because the Leopard Animal Companions automatically get dex to damage, and that's all that does, is it gives dex to damage. So it was like, oh, well, there's no point equipping this because he already, Spot already has it, but then it actually makes Spot's attacks magical, so yeah, it's worth it. The sight before you is at once macabre and picturesque. The lifeless couple, a man and woman dressed in white and yellow priest robes, lie on the ground surrounded by the bodies of dead gargoyles. They are tangled in death, the claws of the monsters are tearing at the human clothes, and the largest gargoyle's talon has pierced the man's chest and punctured his heart. But before they died, he or his companion defeated the enemy. Suddenly, the woman's eyes open, and she doesn't look at you, but stares up at the Worldwound sky. The sun will never rise again. There's only darkness above me. Even the sky here is cursed, and we along with it. And Jaeger's being an asshole? Yeah. Try and heal? Unfortunately, no, they're too far gone. But what happened here? Well, she's a priestess of the Ardent Order of Serenray from the Order of the Sunrise Sword. Basically, this campaign into the Worldwound went a bit different. Gargoyles started attacking in very large numbers, and while they were distracting our fighters, they kind of came in and stole their supplies in the middle of the Worldwound, which is really bad. So then, they gathered the last of their supplies and tried to get out, but they grew weak because not enough food, and eventually they came across Hell Knights. And they, asked for supplies and all that, and they said, that they've already calculated the exact amount of water they need for this expedition, so, like, no, you're not getting any. And, yeah, absolute asshole. I can say 100% as a person, I hate Hell Knights. At the same time, I love Hell Knights as, like, antagonists. They're great. Because they are very much a, I don't know. They are, in a lot of ways, a more measured evil than the over-the-top evil that a lot of other antagonists have, which I think makes for a much more interesting dynamic. But what happened after this? Well, the Hell Knights attacked, and despite how the Hell Knight Predilector treated us, we helped them and had us carry their wounded, and eventually, yeah, the Predilector had them slaughtered, and, yeah. Well, yeah, no, they have basically lost hope, but... yeah. I do genuinely like Hell Knights as, like, a concept, but they are, like, awful. But that, I think, makes interesting...
Distract them from me.
like, opportunities. No, can't. Okay. Gotta get the charge off. Okay. How? Do these have a different... No, DR10 magic. Spot should have magical. Oh, that's interesting. That should, in my opinion, apply, but apparently doesn't. Or rather, it doesn't make their attacks actually magical. I don't agree, but... any of these are still within 30 feet. Gotta go for the cleric. Spellcasters are the priority. And... If I recall... Hey, we're actually up to 2 bolts on Scorching Ray. That is a fantastic increase to effectiveness for that spell. Literally double. And I guess...
You're irrelevant.
Thing is, like, I know that there's something coming up and I don't want to use Ninio's big, like, attack spells or anything. And, of course, that is why you focus the spellcaster. Because, if you don't focus the spellcaster, they cast Hold Person on your friends. I guess I'll need Magic Fang. Or just, you know, eventually, just an agile, or just an Amulet of Mighty Fists would be enough. Huh. For some reason, I thought that I would have had a high enough BAB at this point for multiple attacks on people. Well, hey, I've got resistance fire on the party. I can totally Burning Hands the party for no damage to our friends. And somehow Ciala's still an amazing tank, even while paralyzed.
Time to share your treasures.
Oof. Gotta love lag. Oh, well, it's not really somehow, it's that she also has DR that is only overcome by magical attacks, and they don't have magical attacks either. It's not exactly a mystery.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Then, yeah, I'm still, like, surprised about that. Ciala has almost reached her, temporary HP from raging, and she's awake now, so bad news for gargoyles.
You should have listened to reason.
And can I
Cover me,
can
all right?
get that attack off. Yeah. I guess I don't think anyone in the party actually knows Greater Magic Fang, which is what I would need until I can get the... Oh my god, that's a lot of dead bodies. I would need Greater Magic Fang to get Spot's attacks to be magical now. But we shouldn't be that far off from actually being able to just get normal, just a amulet. That really should not be far off. And, I mean, if only Spot was actually using armor, that would be useful, but it'll help pay for other stuff. Then, I don't think there's anything over here. Yeah. Well, and here, demonic energies polluted the earth, causing tumors filled with poison. Fun, fun, fun. You know what? While I slowly run back here, or not slowly, but while I run back here while the game is stuttering, let's actually buff up because there's a fight here. So my short-term buffs are actually going to be useful. Because I believe this is going to be a cutscene. Or rather, like, should be a cutscene here.
Knight Commander, I presume. Your glory precedes you. I am Reginald de Renge, Herelictor of the Order of the Godclaw, and temporary officer of the joint unit of Hell Knights and the Order of the Sunrise Sword. You and your people should take positions. The gargoyles are regrouping. We expect they will attempt to break through in 5 to 6 minutes.
A joint unit?
Forcibly joint. The leader of the Order of the Sunrise Sword was unable to get to safety, which is not surprising, considering his, shall we say, excessive scrupulousness and sluggishness. Given the extreme situation, I took command of his people.
Just great. Paladins and Hell Knights all in the one troop. It's like catching the plague and the pox at the same time.
Technically speaking, there isn't much in common between these events. While paladins may truly not be frequent members of Hell Knight orders, except for the Order of the God Claw, of course, the probability of contracting both plague and the pox is not all that low. One would simply have to engage in debauchery during an epidemic.
Aw, Nenio, you're no fun.
It's supposed to be good when different people unite. We're here for a common cause. But it still gives me the creeps for some reason. Hell Knights shouldn't be allowed to get their claws into our paladins. It's wrong.
I do generally agree, but also at the same time, like, if they're still getting powers from the gods, then the gods are okay with it. So, like, yeah.
Indeed. The gargoyles were clearly trying to capture as many prisoners as they could. I don't know the reason behind these abductions, but I'm not about to give the enemy what they want. That is why all my people were ordered not to be taken alive. And as for the wounded, we didn't have time to get them to safety anyway.
Can you hear yourself? For the sake of principle, in order not to give the enemy what they want, you killed your own wounded. Helpless subordinates. Why does anyone still follow you?
Because we are Hell Knights. We know our duty.
Only someone who's never been responsible for the lives of others could feel any outrage at this decision. The wounded couldn't be saved. What good would it do to anyone if the rest perished along with them?
This, I think, is the reason why I like, or this, it's a good example of the reason why I like Regiel as a character, is he feels like smart evil, if that comes off right. Because a lot of the way that people represent evil characters is like crazy serial killer or evil for the sake of being evil, where Regiel just comes off as, oh, he is an absolutely evil person. He knows it. He just takes the thing, he just does what he feels is effective, which is often very evil. Oh, absolutely, yes, they would not be effective as an actual real-life organization, but I'm going to overlook that because, Fantasyland.
I spared them the exact volume of resources I could sacrifice without risking my own people. However, the situation has developed, and I've already ordered they be given additional supplies. They are temporarily under my charge.
Yeah,
and I can use their forces to rebuff the attack. They'll work for their water.
As a fantasy organization, they're very interesting, and I think a better representation of evil than a lot of other evil organizations. But yeah,
Noble Ashes and his Sunrise Swords have already done so. This is what it led to.
That's right. The chief
Shut
is
up, Lan.
responsible for his own tribe. If he decides that he's responsible for the whole world, his own people will come to ruin.
Nah. Anyway, let's get rid of the gargoyles.
Be ready, Commander. This attack may be worse than the
It's
last
not going to be that much worse, really. And also, the party's buffed, so like, they are going to get creamed. Except, oh no, they're actually going after Ember. That's not good. Ember is not the best when it comes to tanking. As in, she's almost already down. But yeah, now there's a bunch over here. Okay, at least Chance succeeded on the will save against hold person. This is actually going dramatically worse than the first playthrough I had of this. So that's fun. Well, however, I believe I should be able to place this. Yep, that won't hit any enemies. Or, sorry, it won't hit any allies. Oh, they have fire resistance? Oh, these are all half fiends. Yeah, that is... I should read. Half fiends in general just have fire resistance. So.
The inheritor, guide my
And here... I should actually have a good enough, AC on the main character, considering that now I am actually, not Expeditious Retreat. I thought that was haste. As Expeditious, or basically, main character is a Dex character, so they kind of got fucked up before, but that's almost certainly entirely because they are, they were flat-footed. All right, now who? Okay, Spot. I did not think that would have actually been a full attack there. Also, oh, that's right. I didn't click. Long arm is on the short buff list because I was checking some stuff out beforehand, or trying to figure out some buff stuff. And damn, that's unfortunate. Because long arm is a fantastic buff. It just increases your reach.
You won't survive me.
Which is incredibly good. They are really going after me. I mean, so let's try it out. Although first, okay, so Phantasmal Killer DC 20. That can be better. Because yeah, at least they did failed the at least one of the saves. That is better than some of what I have seen in the past. Anyone, if I channeled here, it would probably affect them, so let's 5th step back and channel. That's okay, yeah. Just wanted to get Ember back up a little bit. They do have fire resistance. Okay, I should check what their fire resistance is. I, for some reason, had it in my head it was going to be 5. At least Ember has so many spell slots that using that one up isn't a big deal. No way to get a link off like that, so
Distract them for me.
big damage. This is not the final wave of gargoyles, by the way. There's a lot incoming. There's a shit ton of gargoyles. Also, if I remember correctly, they actually have flight.
Endure
They're airborne. Yeah, so casting grease is not going to be helpful. But I can try and get this cleric down so we can focus on the other ones. Now what actually could I do here that would be useful? Could do protection from evil, communal. Let's double check. Do I have that on currently? I do not. It would just be a boost to saves. Because I think there's a cleric in there, which means that I meant to click on this game, not on walk. Honestly, it won't change my move that much, but God, haste is such a powerful spell.
Too late for apologies.
It's ridiculous. Okay, well, apparently the resist evil was not enough to stop the whole person. That's fun.
Time to share your treasures.
And yeah, there's a ridiculous amount of dark oils in this fight. In all likelihood, a lot of the non-named characters are going to die in this fight. Because there are simply so many fucking gargoyles. Like, Yaker's still up because Yaker's actually shockingly high level. But, it will be surprising if he's still up at the end. So I'll have another one of these. Let's see, the High Cleric. Okay, succeeded on the will save. That was a complete and utter gamble. But who doesn't love complete and utter gambles? So yeah, let's just start magic missiling down the High Cleric. Immune to hold person? Why am I immune to hold person? I don't know why. I'm not gonna complain about it though. And let's just get some flanking over there, so still gotta deal with these boys. Okay, I didn't realize that we were gonna have to worry about negative levels. So that's rough. Well, I mean, it's innervation, so it is a temporary negative level. But it's still not good. So yeah, let's remove that. Yep, there goes that. Good God, Lan is shockingly effective. Well, not shockingly, it's got a good build, but okay, that was a lot to ask for.
Thank you.
I'll hit you.
Okay, please stop casting Bone Shatter on me. It's excessive the amount that they're casting Bone Shatter on me. So charge. Hopefully that means that they'll actually start focusing on me. Actually, let's do this too. So they stop casting Bone Shatter over and over again. It is quite rude, in fact. Or that would be Bone Shaker, I would think, with the amount of damage they were doing, not Bone Shatter. Bone Shatter is higher level. Okay. And yeah, let's cure mod myself, because I don't trust those these clerics to not just hit me with another bone shaker. Well, channel negative, okay. Thankfully they were up there and not down here in the middle of everyone for that. Why on earth was the damage so much higher here? Oh, I know why. It's because Woljif reduces enemy DR whenever he hits them. That makes a pretty big difference whenever you make a bunch of attacks. Thanks, Ninio, you really tried.
No glory without risk.
Alright. Now we can loot. Inspired Wisdom. Okay, yep, that's going on the protagonist. Actually, before we do that, group up, gang, because I still have a phylactery of positive channeling. So I'm gonna use that up before I switch off of that and onto the Headband of Wisdom, which will give me access to one more first level spell per day. Oh yeah. It is better than nothing. Yeah, Shield of Faith. It's actually at the point where it's better than a Ring of Protection, so. Now, where is Regiel? Here, okay. You two, check the area, mark any potential shelters that offer protection against aerial attacks. Quartermaster, inventory the remnants of the camp. I want to make sure that the gargoyles only abducted people and weren't interested in anything else. Send messages immediately to our scout squads and order them to return to camp. And I need a full list of casualties, the sooner the better. Commander, your arrival was well timed. Now we can finally talk. I'm quite interested in the events that occurred at the Grey Garrison, and I suppose you have questions for me as well. Well, what do you know about the Grey Garrison? Wait. Why do you want to know about the Grey Garrison? Any shift in the balance of power during this war has a direct impact on my mission. If a new player appears who's capable of fighting demons effectively, then I'm ready to support that person with all the resources I have at my disposal. But naturally, I cannot blindly trust a stranger, even one marked by the gods. Well, I definitely don't normally trust strangers either, because, yeah, a lot of stuff, bad stuff has happened in this crusade because of people doing really dumb shit. So, yeah, we're not done talking about the horrible stuff that you've done. Of course, if you wish, I will explain my position in the detail. All the soldiers killed at my order belong to my unit, therefore the case is an internal matter of the Order of the Godclaw. You could have sent an appeal to the Order commanders, but the result is inevitable. Not only do the Order's rule and field operation guidelines not prohibit it, they even recommend a policy of death is preferable to captivity. So everything that happened, though it is surely lamentable and has deprived me of a few good fighters, is also a prime example of military necessity. Your rules are an abomination. Of course, you have the right to personal opinions and relations. If the incident is settled, I suppose that we can return to relevant matters. Well, what are you going to do after this Guardian attack? Or, not Guardian. Gargoyle. I will wait for my remaining fighters to return. What you see here is only a small part of my forces. For my long-term plans, that depends on the results of our conversation, Commander. Well, before we move on to more serious matters, I'd like to address an organizational issue regarding my unit. You may wish to be present. Predilector, permission to report. During the first gargoyle attack, I determined it necessary to leave my post. I swam over the river, found the commander's army, and asked them to provide assistance. The reinforcements were much needed. You'll earn double salary for your resourcefulness, Jaeger, and 100 lashes for abandoning your post. Yeah, it does seem foolish and overly harsh to punish him for leaving his post when he did it to get help. It would be foolish and harsh, but entirely lawful to execute him for desertion. But did you know the location of the commander's squad night? No, I just assumed that I might be friendly troops on the opposite side of the river, but I couldn't know for certain. You see, Commander, of course I would be gracious and look the other way, but that would mean that during the next battle, 10 or 20 of my people would think that it's high time that they ran to get help. Initiative requires reasonable limits. Not to mention, 100 lashes is hardly a punishment for a true Hell Knight. I'd say that it's more of a spiritual warm-up. Thank you for your concern, Commander, but I did not wish to evade a fair punishment. I wouldn't be a Hell Knight if I did. Yeah, they are... Yeah, they're crazy. Now for a more delicate issue, you, Commander, were interested in our dispute with the Order of the Sunrise Sword, correct? Their forces in Canabras suffered great losses in the demon attack, and now their leader has perished and his troops are in trouble. They're reeling with no command structure. Their order will hardly be able to recover from the losses that they suffered. Well, what are you getting at? These fighters aren't the finest material I've worked with, but if I assume formal command over them, I'll be able to reforge them into weapons of reasonable quality. One or two might even become true Hell Knights. Well, you've already shown that you're entirely willing to sacrifice these people, so yeah, they'll join me. Well, we both have arguments to make. Let's see what these orphans have to say. Initiates of the Sunrise Sword, your leader is dead. The Order has suffered serious losses and will not be able to recover. You may return to Mendelev to join another Crusader Order and hope that they don't meet the same fate as the Sunrise Sword. Or you may remain under my command. I'll not promise that it will be easy or that our war making will be constricted by your principles. What I can promise is this: under my command, you will never again feel like helpless mice in the talons of a ravenous raptor. Does that mean that we've worked off the previous resources you spent on us? The water, the medicine, the bandages? I wouldn't make such an offer if I thought that you were useless garbage. Your methods of warfare and your treatment of your allies goes entirely against our deals, Predilector. Commander Chance has already said everything that should be said. We're going to follow the commander in her march on Dresden. As you wish. Well then, Commander, let us, proceed on to the main question and put an end to this exhausting conversation. You're looking at me strange, Predilector. When we discussed Dieker's punishment and we were deciding the fate on the Sunrise Sword, it's like you were testing me. I do not believe I made any attempt to conceal my interest in you, both as a new strong leader in the region and as a bearer of a highly unusual power. Of course, I'd like to know what's going on inside of your head. One could say that it's my duty. Well, you should join forces with us, both so we are aware of what you're doing, and also because, yeah, Hell Knights are, in lore, good at their job, even if they shouldn't really be, considering their actual strategies, but Dresden, an ambitious goal, but most reasonable. Imagine how much of a victory would rally the separate bands of today's Crusaders under one banner. And we certainly could use a base of operations inside the Worldwound. I stand ready to support you. Moreover, I can accompany you in your campaign. However, I would remind you that Hell Knights are outside of Mendelev's jurisdiction, my unit, and I will join your forces and obey your orders, but only so long as I deem that our goals coincide. Yeah. It's a deal. I'm not taking him with me right away. I like Reggio, but I also like using my current party, so now let's... Okay. Thank you for failing on a mobility check, I guess. And hey, look at this. Huh. Praise be Serenre. Wonder if that's a little Easter egg. Yeah, someone from the First Crusade. That's a mongrel corpse. Or mongrel skeleton, more accurately. But does anyone actually... Oh, Woljif doesn't have a ring of protection on. That is surprising, actually. That is a temporary negative level, so don't have to worry about that too much. Not great, but not terrible. Just double checking that I don't have too much to do. Then, before I forget, remove disease on Ciala. Excellent. Actually passed the check for that. And now we can head on out of here. And just run on all the way up. There isn't anything else to do in this area. Just thinking about what to do next. So let's head on out. Yeah, those are just normal. Okay. Yeah, just planning out next moves and all that. Of where to head out from here, because there's only 2 more places I can actually go right now. So, yeah. We're headed to Chili Creek. Or, we could, we're right here. We might as well get some reagents. I said, okay, there we go. Then let's head over to Chili Creek. 23 hours we got there. But next we are going to be going to Lover's Smile. That is a significant location. So
Ennio, you've got a fast pair of legs on you. That's a real compliment coming from me. Sometimes even I struggle to keep up with you, and I was always one of the fastest runners back with the Thieflings.
Experiments facilitate the development of this skill.
that's because by her definition... Oh, someone on the road? Wait a minute, I just realized, like, we're at camp. At the main Crusade camp. Yeah, I don't expect that we're going to be strong enough to take on the army. Because that was a strength 7 army with a lot of undead. Oh! Oh shit, we actually got attacked at night. I've never been attacked at night before. Okay, that is actually going to change a little bit of what I'm doing. Yeah, this is the first time this has ever happened to me, somehow. Oh, this could actually be kind of rough, because everyone's fatigued, meaning I can't rage on the people that normally do that.
You won't survive me.
Or, oh wait, no, maybe not. If this is the kind of,
Time to share your treasures.
if this is the level of these characters, it might not actually be that bad. I mean, if the concealment would stop, that would be appreciated. You know, the conjurers should really stop conjuring things only ever directly next to them. It really gives away that they're trying to hide. All right. Land, you really should go for the things that aren't summons. You should know better than that. Because you always go for the summoner over the summons. That concealment is doing some real work. Unfortunately, magic missile. And unfortunately, a magic missile. Yeah, but this is the first time I've ever had to deal with an attack on the camp. So that means I'm actually gonna be being more careful about actually having someone good at stealth. Actually, stealth. Like, basically, yeah, I've had, like, nobody really doing the jobs well, because I've never had to deal with that before. Because I was careful about it in the last game, or just because my party comp made it very easy. But now I'm gonna be more careful about that. Alright. So, continue. Nope. Oh, I was like, oh wait, new location spotted, and then I remember that it's on the other side of the river, and we can't actually go there yet because we need to do Leper Smile. We'll be there soon enough. I'm not entirely certain how long this stream is going to be because I am very tired. But at least Leper's Smile is my intention. Also, I'm just going to double check. Slipstream. Okay, that is last stream for 24. Good to know. I can never remember what actual caster level 4th level spellcasters like Ciala are. So, Jernog, he's someone that we met in Act 1, who's a cleric of Erastil, who was going to be coming up to this village to just, you know, take care of things, and we're just here to check in on him. So, yeah. Almost seemed a little bit surprised by our arrival. Just he has an overactive imagination, and he's not used to being in such a small place. Well, why are you looking at the trees? Well, it's odd. There's a bunch of dolls hanging up. And it's some kind of weird local ritual. Doesn't seem natural to have all this secrecy, but it's just weird. Small village things. Totally not suspicious. Well, how do you like it here? Well, he's getting used to it, but it is... Eventually, they'll get turned around to the faith of Erastil, but it's a very quiet, small town. So, yeah. It's just, he's not used to it. But Canopus was his first taste of war, so it's just incredibly peaceful here. And the locals are indifferent to Erastil, which is actually kind of surprising, considering that Erastil is a commonly worshipped deity for people who live out in the woods. He is like the god of community and hunters. So, like, it's kind of unusual. But, well, yeah, can you show us around? Yeah, so... A straw doll... Huh. This is kind of weird. Huh. Don't worry about it. Don't worry why there's so many of them. I forget. Oh yeah, that is a place where you can run up. But we're not going to be doing that quite yet. I am going to be running around this entire location later. But not yet. I don't actually remember where we're... Oh, you know, just your average skeleton on the bank of a river. Not actually that surprising for Galarian. Oh, that's a Hydra. That is interesting. And aim for the throat and belly. There are fewer scales there. Don't be afraid, everyone. We've fought ones bigger than this. Well, one person has already died, so you're not doing your job great. And I am just gonna turn off point blank shot so I can actually get a full attack. It is almost already dead. It is dead. That'll teach him to mess with us. Something's got him all worked up. That's the second time they crawled out this month. So let him come. It's not the first time, it won't be the last, but what does it matter? They can't hurt us, and, you know, you can make a lot of good stuff out of a Hydra. Well, this is Markil and Melissa. Just, yeah, they're fishermen, and it's just a small, it's totally ordinary village. Totally don't be suspicious about it. And that was a dramatically weakened Hydra, actually. But apparently, it's all thanks to their mother that really weakens everything here, which is kind of weird. And that is actually the river. The river they call the Icy Rill. And yep, they are brother and sister. Not that surprising, really. It's pretty obvious, but yeah, what's up with the glass dolls? Well, there's nothing to say, just an old custom. Just don't worry about it. And how have you never been attacked? The river is totally normal. Don't question the river. This is a very short quest. Exceptionally straightforward quest. It's setting up for a future thing. I really wonder why no one ever reacts to, you know, the party just going around and opening up all of their locked chests. I mean, the oppressor gloves aren't great, but they aren't terrible. I guess I'll give it to Ciala. If I can find him. Not masterwork, not worth picking up. But, yeah, there's actually the village over here. There isn't all that much to really find right now. I don't think that there are actual... Yeah, there isn't a... I was gonna double... Actually, is he a merchant? He might be. Nah, I was just looking to see if I could offload some of my stuff here. But I don't believe that I can. So just running around grabbing stuff. Godspeed salad? Hell yes. This is why you always go around and look everywhere. Because Godspeed salad, I can't remember what that does. I'm pretty sure it's just a boost to your speed, which is really good because that's a boost to everybody's speed in the party. Meaning that is a boost to travel speed on the main map. Or rather, every boost like that is a boost to travel speed on the main map.
This is my kind of work.
Yeah, so now we can just run around the rest of the area. I'm honestly going to be switching off of turn-based mode for this because there's just a lot of little super easy filler fights. Like, oh, a dire wolf. Actually, one thing. I do need to retoggle on Blood Rage for Ciala because she lost it because she was fatigued when she got into an encounter, so she wasn't able to automatically enter into it, so... Yeah, like, these fights would be kind of overly easy if I didn't turn on the real-time with pause mode. So yeah, this is just gonna save us a lot of time on micromanagement that is nowhere remotely necessary. I can't remember if any of the loots up here is actually good, but it bothered me if I didn't do it, so. Like, look at that. Who knows when you might need a potion of vanish that will help. Oh, got it. Oh, this is actually if I want to do real time.
Cover me, all right?
So, yeah, these are actually... Yeah, these are actually dangerous. I didn't realize that this kind of stuff was up here. Forgot about that. So, yeah. This is pretty rough. Yeah, let's focus on the Smilodons. They're just the most dangerous out of all of them. Okay, now 2 people in the party have Demon Plague. Fun stuff. That's Spot and Ciala. The good news is that I at least have removed disease still prepped. so that isn't okay. Well, let's
Make every strike count.
not as much damage as I was hoping for, but God, Ciala really does not have a good AC, does she? Oh, how little health does that guy have? Yeah, that fight could have gone rough if it wasn't in real time. Or at least it has the potential to be rough without real time.
Yes.
And if you don't go literally everywhere on every map, then oh, you won't level up quite as fast. And I'm not gonna use remove disease. Gonna remember to actually do that. At least I tried. So yeah, the plagued animals are terrifying. But now there's just one area left, and this is a pretty significant area. There's a lot of stuff that is going to be going on in there. So I am going to just get over here and, for one, so Woljif is obviously the best bet. Obviously. I really don't have anyone else in the party with stealth. Damn. Well, I don't need that many more scrolls, so I guess I'll have Ninio make the food. So midnight soup. No. Did I not learn the... what is it? I didn't learn Godspeed salad. I want to see what this one is. Because spicy pastry is a 5-foot status bonus to speed, where this is 10-foot. Yeah, I'm willing to make the gamble on that. It's not guaranteed, but if it works, it'll be good. Yeah, so, once we get over to Leopard's Smile, I am going to be going to the bathroom just for, you know, like a second, because I have been drinking a lot of water. Evade. Okay, yeah. I wonder if the reason why Spot doesn't have anything is because Spot, oh, someone on the road? Oh, I might know what this is. Maybe. Huh. We'll see. Oof. I mean, when in doubt, buff. And also might as well, while I remember. Fails to get rid of Demon Plague. Absolute classic. So.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Probably should actually use a spell for that, but
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
The light. Take you.
I might actually trying to decide actually how long I want to stream for, because I am dramatically more tired than I realized.
You won't survive me.
I thought that I was better rested, but I am apparently far more tired than I thought.
Distract them from me.
Yeah, okay. Super, super easy fight. And nothing there, but the reason why this is even a random encounter in the first place is because this little piece of paper. It's a note written in neat handwriting. It's a location for a area on the map with a slightly abnormal character. Where is there really only the one exit? I don't feel like we should be able to walk over there, but there's only the one exit on, or entrance and exit on the map. That's weird. Yeah, I might actually end up stopping the stream early, just because I am completely exhausted, and streaming is very tiring, in case you were not aware. I am apparently just not well rested enough to really keep up an energy level that I would want to keep up. So, I am...
Scientists thinks their field research is going to continue forever. But as the saying goes, at the end of the day, we must all
That is not a saying, Nania. But I just can't keep up the exact amount of energy level that I would want. So I am sorry guys, but I'm gonna have to stop streaming here. I am intending on streaming on Saturday next to continue playing Wrath of the Righteous. But until then, or I guess rather, until I see you next, live a wonderful life. I'm so tired.